Good morning. It's the end of June 2023. Travels with Lucky here, and we are at a historic point. Do you know what that rock is back there? I bet a lot of you do. That's Beaverhead Rock, just outside of Dillon, Montana. It's a beautiful morning in southwestern Montana. This is Beaverhead Rock. Of course, if you have followed Montana history or the Lewis and Clark trails, you'll know this is a really important point for them. It's such a beautiful morning here in southwest Montana. Rarely do you see it as beautiful as it is this morning. There's no wind, the sun is shining on it. They've made this into a national park. There's no camping right here, but it's definitely a place you would want to stop if you're driving on Highway 41 toward Dillon. There's a link in the description if you want more information about it. And if you like these kind of videos, please click that like button. That helps Lucky's channel so we can keep doing this. So this is what would have been called Point of Rocks. This is a limestone outcropping, and of course it's changed throughout the years, but pretty much has stayed the same. It's mostly well known because of the Lewis and Clark trails. Sacagawea, who had been kidnapped as a child, came to this area every summer. So when she was traveling with Lewis and Clark, she recognized this point. It was in August 5th, 1805. They had been watching it for days. It was a great relief because they were waiting to meet the chief because they were dependent on getting horses. And lo and behold, when they met up with the chief, it was Sacagawea's brother. So it was quite an exciting time for everybody in the party for many different reasons. But here now you can see some of this up close, and from both directions. The reason it's called Beaverhead Rock is because it does look like a beaver head, especially from the other direction. So I inserted a picture from an old postcard which looks more like what it would have looked like way back then in the early 1800s. So after this, I'm going to drive around and get real close, right up close to probably where they would have been walking. This is actually probably what saved their lives, because Sacagawea was familiar with this point. She was kidnapped as a young child, but she used to come here in the summers. She was part of the Shoshone Indian tribe, and she recognized this rock just at a very critical part in their journey because they were lost. They really had no idea where they were. They thought that they should be hitting the Pacific Ocean by this time. So they had a ray of hope when Sacagawea recognized this place. They needed to meet up with the chief so that they could get horses in order to cross the mountains. This is a wetland area. Right now there's lots of wildlife here. Lots of bird activity, but it's a beautiful part of Montana. I'm actually, sorry about the traffic noise, I'm actually on my way to Dillon, Montana, but I thought I'd stop and take a look over here. So there's a really cool sculpture right here. Can you see those birds? You can probably get a closer perspective on these birds. I'm pretty sure they're pelicans. Not positive because they are kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can hold this steady enough. Yeah, those are pelicans. There's just about 4 or 5 different places in Montana where you can actually see these pelicans. Looks like it's breakfast time for them. So they're right here below Beaverhead Rock. Highway 41 is just right behind where I'm standing. I'm kind of up on a hill a little bit, so it's kind of noisy from time to time. Sorry about that. Some other birds just flying in over there. If you know anything about birds, let us know what these are in the comments. We'd appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of activity out there if you just stop and take a look. Most people zoom on by. There's another grouping of birds over here. So this was a well-traveled Montana-Utah road. It was also the road to Alder Gulch, Virginia City. There was a stage stop here, and actually there was a motel at one time as well. Prehistoric animals were discovered 30 million years ago. This is where they lived. This is where they roamed. It's a pretty interesting historical place from many different respects. Okay, so this is Highway 41. We are heading east toward Twin Bridges, actually. We will be passing the place where I stopped, which will be off on the left here up ahead. This, of course, is in fast time. I don't really drive that fast. I just thought it'd be fun for you to see the ranch land. It's really beautiful country here. Like I said, it's ranch land. There's sheep, cattle, goats, all kinds of activity along those lines. And then we will pulling off over by Beaverhead Rock. I'm going to drive right up to it. I could probably reach out and touch it, but I don't think I'll be getting out of the car because it's also called Snake Butte because there are so many rattlesnakes. That's where I pulled off, right up over there. Yeah, there's a lot of rattlesnakes over here, so I got to be really careful. Okay, so we are at the other side of Beaverhead Rock. I was going to get out and walk, but this area is filled with rattlesnakes. So since I have lucky, I don't want to take any chances of either of us running into a rattlesnake. So I'm going to see how far I can drive down this back road. This would be more like what Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea and company would have experienced as they were coming along here. Well, of course the road would not have been here, but this was an old stagecoach road at one time. All along in here is pampas grass, and there are really only a few places in Montana where it grows. This happens to be one of them because it's kind of a warm area and they need the warmth in order to grow a lot. You see this kind of grass, that's ornamental grass like in California and Arizona. So this, I think, looks like milkweed. Very poisonous to animals, unfortunately, but I'm zooming in because it actually is beautiful. Lucky's on high alert because there was a rabbit. actually is a deer in there grazing. I don't know if we'll be able to see him or not. The grass is so high. I'll drive up a little bit. Okay, so I am right up next to Point of Rocks. Okay, so this is a close-up here. You can see how this has been falling down here. Look at that. All that's falling down. Wow. So straight ahead on the back side of the rock from where I am is where the big hole goes around. And then on the other side behind me over there is where the Beaverhead is. And then they join up at Twin Bridges. Well, actually, the Beaverhead joins up with the Ruby River, and then all three of them join up and forms the Jefferson River. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Beaverhead Rock, Point of Rocks. And if you like these kind of videos, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get our latest next videos. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Travels with Lucky here, and have a great summer.